everybody, welcome to my channel. This is my first video, my full coverage foundation routine. I hope you guys enjoy. I've been working really hard on this and getting this up and running, and I hope you guys enjoy. So if you want to see what I do to my face to give myself that flawless finish on the skin, go ahead and keep watching. Bye. Alright, so first things first, my face is noticeably like 10 shades lighter than the rest of my body. I'm pretty tan everywhere else naturally, but for some reason my face just never ever wants to tan. But that's okay because then no wrinkles later on. So what I do first is start with a primer. It's extremely important to start with a primer before you do any of your makeup because it'll make your makeup last all day long. It prevents like creasing in your makeup spreading or melting throughout the day. This one that I have is the Pores No More Pore Refiner Primer from Dr. Brandt. I have not extremely oily, but I'm pretty oily most of the time, combination oily depending on the day. So I use this primer to ensure that I stay matte throughout the day and my foundation doesn't oxidize and turn orange on me because of my oils. So I'm going to start with just a little bit of that, and then I just dot that all over my face. This is a like skin colored one, so it's gonna help like even out some of like my redness and any discoloration I have on my face. And then I just, oh, do you like my nail? My gel came off. So I just rub that in, especially in my T-zone area where most of my oiliness and pores are, because this will help to like fill that in and make everything go on smooth. So the next thing I'm gonna do is start with my foundation, and today I'm gonna mix two different foundations together. These are both like my current favorite foundations. Each one is just a little bit like different from my skin tone that I want. So mixing them together gives me the perfect shade. So I'm gonna mix the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation in the shade 310 Sun Beige with the Revlon Color Stay for combination oily skin in the shade 340 Early Tan. So I'm gonna mix these together and just on the back of my hand. Now I'm gonna use my finger that I mixed them with, and I'm just going to put this all over my face. Ooh, that looks real yellow. I pinky promise it's not yellow. I have a lot of like redness and some like acne spots. I do break out from time to time, so I like my foundation to be full coverage. I'm not one for that like dewy, really sheer foundation. I like mine to be pretty full coverage. I like to look like I'm wearing makeup. So then now that that's all over the face, I'm gonna go ahead and buff that in with a Morphe M439. This is my favorite foundation brush. It's just a big fluffy kabuki brush, and it's really dense, so it gets the foundation buffed into the skin like seamlessly. So I just go ahead and start buffing that in and kind of like pressing it into the skin. That way it really gets in there and lasts all day long. Okay, so that is pretty much buffed in. So now I'm gonna go ahead and conceal. So I do have a little bit of like like dark circles around my eyes, nothing like too crazy, but I'm gonna go ahead and conceal those as well as any like blemishes that I have on my face. And then while I'm doing that, I'm gonna use this concealer, and it's about like 2 shades lighter than my foundation, and I'm going to use that to highlight the face as well. And this is I actually got this in my Ipsy glam bag kind of a while ago, like months ago, and it like became like my favorite concealer ever of life. Like now I literally cannot like live without this concealer. It's my favorite. So it is the Boo Boo Cover Up concealer. That's the brand. It's called Boo Boo Cover Up. That's the only product that they have, and it's awesome, and it has like different ingredients in it to help any like scarring, like darkness. It helps like your acne. It helps any like boo-boos you may have on your face. It goes on really smooth. It doesn't crease underneath the eyes, and I have like a little bit of like lines underneath my eyes, so it's really easy for concealer to crease on me. I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on the back of my hand. I go pretty hard with the concealer. So and then I'm going to take that on a TG concealer brush. So I'm just going to go ahead and conceal and highlight the under eyes. And my face is really long, so the reason I'm bringing it all the way out here is it's gonna bring my face outwards and even it out more instead of like elongating the face. If my face was a lot more like round and short, I would want to stop the concealer like right about here. That way it would elongate my face and bring it downwards. And then I'm just gonna put some in the middle of my forehead and kind of between my eyebrows, down the bridge of my nose, on my chin, and on my Cupid's bow. And I kind of have a few pimples, and I'm just gonna like dab real lightly to cover them up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and blend that out with a sponge. This is the Real Techniques sponge. You can use a beauty blender or whatever sponge you want to use. I love this one because it's really like spongy. It's not too dense, so it really like blends the product in well. I also like that it has the like slanted like flat edge on one side, so it really like gets into like the corners really well, and it's really cheap, so you really can't beat it. The beauty blender I think is like $20 for this, and I don't remember exactly how much I spent on this one, but it wasn't near that. So I'm gonna go ahead and buff that in, starting with the under eyes. So as you can see, it gives the skin like a nice like highlighted glow. You want to highlight the high points of your face that are you want to like almost like protrude outwards, that you want to show off more. If you're not comfortable wearing like all this makeup, some people think that it's a lot of makeup, it's too heavy. By all means, you totally do not need to do that. This is just what I'm comfortable with. I'm comfortable with you know, wearing a lot of makeup. That's just what I like. I like that full coverage look, but if you don't, then by all means you can just do your foundation and that's it. And you kind of want to like press that into the skin like how we did with the foundation. You don't want to like rub it around and like smush it in there, because it's just gonna wipe off the foundation that you already put down. Okay, so that is pretty much all I do for my like foundation, my base. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just set everything. I like that matte finish to the skin. I don't really like to just leave my foundation and concealer the way it is, just because I am combination oily skin and that can turn oily on me really quick. So I need to set that, and especially the under eyes, so they don't crease. So I'm gonna go ahead and I actually came upon this like accidentally at the drugstore, and it's like become one of my favorite like setting powders for like the under eyes and any areas that I highlighted. It says it's a translucent finisher, but it doesn't go on translucent. It's pretty white, so that's why I like it. It really gives the skin like a highlighted look. So this is the Revlon Photo Ready Translucent Finisher, and it's just like a pressed translucent powder, but it's really not translucent. And I'm gonna go ahead and use a Morphe M438. It's like a tapered, fluffy brush, and it's perfect for underneath the under eyes. I'm sorry, my brushes are like really dirty right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take that on the Morphe brush and set the under eye. See how light that is? That's not translucent, but I like it. And it really like brightens up the skin and sets the under eyes really well. And then I'm just gonna use this in any of the areas that I highlighted with my concealer. And then I'm going to set the rest of the face with my MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NC40. And I'm going to use that on a e.l.f. complexion brush. It's just like a really big, fluffy powder brush. And I don't know if you're noticing, I never, like with pretty much any product on the face, I don't ever like swirl it around and buff it. I pretty much always just pat it into the skin, because you don't want to like move that product around that you just put down. So that is pretty much it for my full coverage foundation routine. This is what I do literally every single day that I wear makeup. I do all these same exact steps unless I have like zero time and all I'm using is like a tinted moisturizer or like a CC cream or something. So yeah, that's pretty much all I do with that. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face and then I'll be right back. So this is the final look for you with my full face done. Highlight, contour, blush, lips, eyes, and brows. So this is pretty much what I do to my face in general on the daily for that like full coverage airbrushed finish, I guess. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I had so much fun making it, and I definitely cannot wait to make more for you guys. It's been a passion of mine for a while. I started watching YouTube videos years ago for makeup tutorials and I was addicted, literally. I would watch them all the time, learn as much as I could, and I've learned so much just from watching YouTubers and makeup artists and beauty gurus on YouTube. So I hope that I can do the same for you and teach you things that maybe you didn't know how to do, new techniques, new products, things like that. If there are any suggestions that you have for upcoming videos, go ahead and let me know in the description box below. Anything that you guys want to see, a specific eye look, brows, lips, anything like that, go ahead and let me know. I would love to do that for you. Also, anything that I used in this video, I will go ahead and link down below for you guys, all the products, names, places where you can get them. I will link that down below for you. So go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram too. It is @thelookbysky. I'll link that down below as well. And I guess that's it. Okay, so yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye. My skin, this is so weird. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Not two different colors, because we all have seen people like that and that's not what we want. Ooh, these hots are like, these lights are so hot in here. I'm like dying. Oh, I don't know how like other YouTubers can have like 3 different lights on them, like a ring light, a softbox, and a softbox. Like I would literally die. I'm like sweating with just one ring light in here. All right, I'm nervous. Why do I look yellow? No. Don't tell me this one's gone. Oof, I'm gonna be pissed. Do everything. Oh my god, I keep saying Get it together. Let's zoom you in. Why not? Shall we? You would think they would make these things easier and like put a pump on them or something. Like, come on now. Smashing glass onto the back of my hand does not feel good. Did I say everything I was supposed to say?